and there is a room for everyone to grow in the city, and this is a place for that.
I've long-term believed in that sentiment. Like,
Yeah.
Indianapolis is just not big enough to
Sure.
think you have a single competitor. It's not a competition, it's a conversation.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
And that was inspiring. That's why I said like,
That's a good one. We're good? You all ready? You good? Ready? Good. All right, ready? All right, here we go. All right, here we go. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Conversation Piece, your place to discover the untold stories of people in the community right here in Indianapolis. My name is Patrick Armstrong. I am your host, and I'm super excited to be back in April of 2025, the year of community. We've been doing a lot of really cool things, and the Open Door has been an awesome thing that we've been doing. So if you're interested in how you can get involved with the show, and if you're interested in maybe telling your own story, we'd love to have you go to conversationpiecePod.com and click on the Open Door. Until then, though, we have a really exciting conversation for you today. My guests today are two of the hardest working people in Indianapolis's culinary community, whether it's volunteering for and supporting other people's work, putting all of the pieces together on their events like Epicurean Indy and the upcoming MOkAO, or creating their own incredible culinary art as they're both incredible chefs. You will most likely find them out in the city doing something, and that something is almost always rooted in community. They've got something new coming up too, which I just mentioned, MOkAO, which is a 3-day festival celebrating coffee and chocolate. It will highlight beans of Africa, coffee beans of Africa, and celebrate the local artisans that focus on sustainable and ethical use of these products. Last but not least, they're just really cool people. And so without further ado, it is my great joy and privilege to welcome Youssef Boudarine and Ariel Hendrickson to the show.
Thank you so much. We're so happy to be here.
I'm super excited to have
Thank you for having us, and I love how you pronounce my last name.
Oh, correctly?
Oh, I love
We love that.
Everybody says joy when someone says it correctly. I see the board right there, even you spell it correct. So let's say, all right, I'm the guest today.
You're the guest today.
Yeah, I am.
What's the worst pronunciation of your name? What's the one that just like, if you do it, I'm going to be upset?
Oh, I will never get upset, honestly.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's very cool of you.
It's like you when you move to a place that is not familiar with spelling, and I have a hard time when someone is like spelling your name. I have a hard time because the vowel in the way we do it in Moroccan is different than French, then different than English. So
Sure.
for me, it's like challenging to spell. It's just like, hey, this is my ID. This is my ID.
But they spelled it wrong on your ID too.
Yeah, I was surprised. That's the first time in my
Okay.
ID. I was like, oh,
This is not right.
yeah, this is not right. So I said like, you know what? I'm not gonna get mad anymore about it. But it's fun to see.
Do you feel like do you find yourself like not correcting people, but like gently being like, hey, this is actually the way it's pronounced?
I
or
took
do you
that
not?
over.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your role.
I
That's your
took
role.
over, so he doesn't
Okay.
have to do
I
it
let
anymore.
Ariel do it because even when we compete in Texas, my last name is like correct, and they say whatever. I'm just
Yeah.
here for fun. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Well, that's a solid partnership. That's what happens in a partnership. And we work with each other and we support each other. So I like it.
Yeah.
I'm going to move this because it's rocking around on the table. Shout out to Gary G. Madeline.
Honestly,
It matched
perfect.
the flower setup
that's
actually.
It really does. Shout out to Madeline. Shout out to Gary G. Okay, so Youssef has actually been on the show. We did a series for Epicurean Indy last year. It was really amazing. We got to learn a little about you there. So I actually wanted to turn to Ariel. I don't know you as well, and there's some stuff floating around about you online, but I just wondered if you would be interested in sharing a little bit more about yourself.
Oh, thank you. Yes. So I've been in Indy most of my life. Born here, raised in Fairmount, Indiana, and also Indy. And since I was really young, I've been in the hospitality industry, restaurants, catering, events, etc. And this kind of what we do with J'adore is definitely like the next step for what I love the most, which is event organizing, bringing community together.
I like it. And then how did y'all find yourselves together and wanting to work together in this capacity?
It's because we trust each other.
Trust, there is a strong friendship. That's the value. And we always share same. We work together like 2-3 years in place. And we try to create the community, hospitality, being nice to each other. Like I work in a lot of kitchens here in Indiana. Like there is no way people say hi to each other, good morning or goodbye. Is that thing is like, that thing annoying me, even a small thing, but I want to bring that. Hey, good morning.
Hey,
sure, goodbye.
Morning, chef.
Yeah.
How's it going?
So I
Welcome
like
to work.
Yeah, it's not just you're just the robots going in.
Yeah.
Like there's like
no.
people that come in and
you
fill these
spend
positions.
so much time at your, wherever you're employed and with
Yeah.
the people you work with. Be kind to each other. Make it enjoyable.
Yeah,
For everyone.
for sure.
Yeah. So I remember she served me the first time at Tinker Street. That was my first
Almost
dining.
10 years
Yeah.
ago.
Okay.
And that time I don't speak English at all, pretty much. But she was really like genuinely explained the menu. She remembered me next time. Then we just hi, and we become friends and we end up working together. Then that place has a lot of drama. We left, and when I get back, I want to create something. Whatever I grew up back home, like hospitality, just be genuine nice. And since you live in a small town, a lot of people just talking. But all right, you talk, but what are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing to the community? Not just like sitting behind your computer phone as write like bad reviews or bad comment. That's it. Like how to make the changes, how to make the move.
Yeah.
Then I will be the subject, not like someone just talking. I'm gonna do it, then I'm gonna let you talk about it, for example. So yeah, we create the J'adore. A lot of people think it's just like pastry, but it's not. We do a lot of food, but we do like more how we can highlight people for behind the food scene in Indiana.
Sure.
Especially like as immigrants, we try to highlight all the minorities, immigrants. That's our priority first. And also there is some really strong female in the industry that's Ariel and I would try to highlight in the food, in event we do. And that's why we create Epicurean, and it opened the door for us to create more and open our eyes that there is a lot to do in Indiana, actually, in community field. So that's why MOkAO come up, and there is more event coming up. And Ariel, she's always for the ride, and I love that about her.
Was there something about, so first meeting 10 years ago, just as like you're serving, like at a restaurant. And it's like, and then it wasn't really until I think you said recently, a couple years ago, that you like with J'adore specifically started to like work together. Was there something specific about Youssef that you were like, I want to do this with this person? Like we have to make this happen together.
Well, he asked me, so
that's a good reason.
But yes, yeah. Like he was just saying, the spirit of like hospitality is not just to the clients or a guest or a customer, but it is truly within whatever you're doing. And I'm super aligned with that. And also, it's impossible to not be attracted to Youssef's absolute talent, like the creativity, the drive. The stuff he puts out, if you're not following J'adore on Instagram, like it's like a fantasy. Like it's really, really cool. So of course I want to be involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you first know that he was this talented? Like you're just meeting somebody in a restaurant, when does that connection like set in? Like, oh, this dude like makes really incredible food.
Well, it was Tinker Street was amazing, and Rachel was the sous chef, and she knew him and what he did. So pretty early on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you have a reputation that precedes you a little bit in the food, in the culinary world.
I mean, I take pride of whatever I do. I'm passionate, and the food shows. Like our main income is like we cook at people's house, and we never post about it because people hire us just through the group.
Yeah.
Oh, we love whatever you guys do. I will hire. So we keep like people booking us for their private dinner, and our focus is like just Mediterranean food. But in our Instagram, we post about more dessert because I feel like that's what Indiana missing a lot, like the last touch of hospitality. I mean, I went to a lot of good restaurant in Indiana, chef, they're good, but when you order dessert, you get disappointed, then you may forget the whole experience because frozen cheesecake, some brownies, some cookies, some same ice cream thing. Like we know that they have same sources if they don't have the person that doing dessert for them. And yeah, I mean, I feel like in the last 2 years, we have our dessert menu in, I would say, like 7 or 8 restaurants right now.
Yeah.
And
That's
just
awesome.
just helping, providing recipes, do it sometimes just like friend to friend, just do it. Like we don't get like reimbursed or ask for money for it. Just I want it to be happen so people have the culture. Oh, let's see what's dessert today, something
Sure.
like that. But honestly, like Bluebeard and Amelia is a really good place to work with. And I wish I worked with them since day one, because right now we will create like something unique, because they're really helping me develop whatever I do. And
Yeah.
working with Chef Alan or Ed or Charlie, like they're really good people that they appreciate whatever you do, and also they support you. And honestly, any question we have about Epicurean or MOkAO or any question I ask them, and they have answer for it. And
Yeah.
so that's
Ask
good.
them to do stuff with us. It's 100% yes every time.
Yeah.
So,
It's awesome.
so that's kind of business Indiana need. That's they are supporting you as person. They don't like they hire you, but they don't wanna control you, like to be like
They don't need to own you.
yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't sign a non-compete.
Yeah, so most of the places we work before, they try to own your creativity, try to take credit for whatever you create, and misleading the community and people. But again, you can take as much as you want, because if you are creative, you will never stop creating.
Right.
Yeah, but if someone just want to take credit, it will get lost when you are gone. So
For sure. Well, and you run down those creatives until they probably get to a point of exhaustion that they
True.
can't actually create
Yeah.
anymore. And then you might walk away, your pockets are a little bit more lined, but in reality, your business might suffer. And
Yeah.
also the people that are making whatever it is that you're selling is now suffering.
it
You lose it.
yeah, it happens already to a few businesses, but
Yeah.
But it's not just in the food scene, it's a lot in any creative side,
For
like
sure.
artists, not just in the food. Like if you are artist, you are artist. If you are creative, you are creative. That's it. There's
Yeah.
nothing else
Yeah.
behind it, I believe.
I mentioned culinary a lot and I wrote it down a lot in my notes, but y'all said hospitality, and I forget that like food service fits under that umbrella. Is that right? Like that where that fits? So I actually want to ask about that. Is like, what is the I feel like, because that's just how I think about it, and I don't really think about like hospitality. When I think about it, I think about hotels. It's a very general, sweeping idea of what it is. But what is like, can you give a definition of just like what hospitality actually is, and then maybe like what a big misconception of what hospitality is? Because I feel like it covers a lot more than what people normally think, and that involves like a community of people, not just, oh, I work at a hotel, or oh, I work in a restaurant. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I use that word because I'm like, I identify with it.
Sure.
That like the food is not it. It's not the service. It's the hospitality, which is kind of a spirit of understanding people, setting expectations for them, and then over-delivering. That's how I think of it. And that's in communication, planning events, showing up, just the way you interact with people, how you make them feel, the quality of the food.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, it goes even way back to before anyone's cooking. Like, what are you choosing to serve? Why are you choosing to serve? Why are you supporting the people making that product? How does that kind of affect our community? It's the connectedness for me, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it has to be genuinely, it's something genuine. It's something that you will not like take it at a school or something like hospitality. It's something genuine, like how you are with people. I mean, if I talk about my personal experiences, like the way we grew up, we are always like hospitable, like born in like in farm or something. You always genuinely connected to people, to nature. And you mentioned hotels, like a lot of businesses, they always talk about hospitality, but it's like something like, I don't want to say just like fake, but like, oh, we are hospitality, but
you're
when you
hitting
go,
your marks, you're doing everything by your
checking the box,
and I think that would be like maybe why that word isn't associated with the kind of stuff we do as much, because you know,
we are genuinely doing it. We are touching the people through like our daily basis, like. We are nice to you. We are involved you as much as possible. We never expect something back for the other businesses. I'm gonna do hospitality, check the box. because I wanted something back from you. And
Right, it's not rooted in the transaction. It's rooted in, like I said in the intro, it's rooted in community.
yeah,
Exactly.
and
And I
also-
think that's
Yeah.
a huge difference. Like that influence, like your foundation influences what comes out of said foundation. So
Yeah.
like if it's rooted in making $1, like it's going to reflect in your
It
practices.
shows,
yeah.
yes.
And also hospitality, you have to be like welcoming every single person. It doesn't matter who you are, what you're ordering. I work in steakhouse in up north, and I don't want to mention name, but if
You do.
order, I don't care.
We'll just
And-
flash it on the screen real
Yeah,
quick. It's the
you
logo.
can put it like their pre-shift. Like for example, they push the server. If you sell this wine for $500, you will get bonus. And so the server, they try to push to sell the bottle. So if they sell it, they will treat you good. If you don't order that wine, they will become just like, all right, I'm gonna get you like just normal service
Yeah.
because I know I'm not gonna get nothing from you, but I'm gonna pretend that I'm going to service. I'm
Yeah.
wearing tie and looking clean, but it's all just like, I don't want to say fake, but it's just all like checking the box.
It's calculated.
yeah,
And
sure.
so you can teach that, you can train that, like
It's repeatable
yeah, you
because
can
you can
stick
make
to
a
the
person
system.
expendable because then or replaceable.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy. But
And
when you're coming from like a desire to connect and take care of people and bring positive experience, I think there is just a really rich authenticity there that that we're really responsive to. And I think that's why we're such a good team, why we connected in the first place is like we both value this
Yeah.
way of working, way of existing, way of interacting with people.
Yeah.
yeah, and also like keep going. I
I
mean, in
Go
the same
ahead.
place, like if guest is person of color, he will not get same hospitality because and-
Immediate bias.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
there is
I'm
always-
assuming about you, so I'm going to treat you
Yeah.
based on my assumption.
true.
Which is
There
not
is
based on reality.
there is like religion. Some really huge doctrine in Indiana. They are Muslim, believe they don't want to eat pork, but minute you know that you will the service will be different.
Sure.
It will be limited. It will be just like. So I understand there is everything is like Ariel said is calculated, but hospitality has to be genuine. I don't care who you are, how much money you have, what service. I'm here to provide you the service that's like you are home, feeling comfortable, ordering whatever you want to order, and yeah. So it's kind of like a lot of calculation behind it, but we try to create it as who we are and
Right.
driving it the same direction. And I feel like we have a lot of reception from that. And also, like people said, the guest is king, but if you don't treat your employees right, or if you don't give,
from within.
Sure.
yeah, if
You
you
can
don't,
only like have a great experience somewhere if the people who are working there enjoy working there and
Sure.
enjoy being around each other.
then after that we can look at the guest. But because if I'm happy at work, I will definitely give good service because I'm really
Right.
happy.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Then it's easy.
So the guest, you will see that just through your face or through their service or genuinely or just the way you say hi. Like not like, oh hi, he's been here the first time you're.
Oh, I hate a spiel. Nothing I hate
Oh.
more than a spiel. I don't
get
care
that.
if you read it or have it memorized. I don't want to hear it.
Okay. So I've spent a fair amount of time working front of house stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sorry I got off the mic there. And I feel like I was so focused on making sure I had everything memorized that I couldn't not do a spiel. So I totally understand the not wanting the spiel part, the aspect of it. Does that just read inauthentic? Even if that's the way they do it, or like what is the what is
I mean, I take it personal as a diner because like I don't eat at home much.
Sure.
So if I walk in and they're like, and these are our specials and this is blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you don't know me at all. You're not interested in knowing me.
You're just
I
okay.
actually, like, you don't need to explain what that fish is to me. I know that already.
Yeah.
So I think if you just kind of walk in, catch the vibe of your customer, see
Yeah.
what they're there for. Because I don't eat normal either. Like we eat like snacks to share
Sure.
constantly. So like I probably don't need the entree.
Yeah. Or you've been there like 2 days ago, then you talk to them, and when you come back again, same speech,
Have you
same
been here
special.
before?
Right. They've forgotten you.
Yeah.
Had
Yeah.
been there even.
Yeah.
So that's like kind of hospitality is like generally you remember your guests, you remember names. And that's why going back to MOkAO, we bring this coffee shops that's really community driving because most of the coffee shop we invite, they all know what I drink. They all know my name. And like the video from yesterday we post from Rubble, like he mentioned the right thing.
It.
He mentioned that if I see people I remember, I know what they're drinking. Before even they get to the register, his drink is ready.
Yeah.
So that's hospitality, genuinely hospitality. That's I don't have to think about it. Is
sure.
I mean, it's true.
Connecting with
Like
people.
Like one of the coffee shops, like if I go in, I'm like, I'll get a cappuccino, and they're like, and a cortado, right? Like that's what he drinks.
Yeah. I have a few of those relationships with some places
good.
here.
Yeah.
Because like I grew up in a small town, and so there were not many options, and so it was like a point of pride and I guess privilege as well for me to become a regular. And so when I became an adult, like I am a creature of habit in that way. And so like I will find the diner or the coffee shop or the place that I really like to go, and I would be there a lot. So sorry to Patachu staff who now knows me very well over the last 2 weeks because I've been there a lot because I've had to be over here for a bunch of different reasons. And now, but it's just like, that is part of it. And I like the team over there because they remember me.
Yeah,
they remember
and now
like the order that I get because I do get a specific order and it's like, but there is a level of relationship built and not just like, they're just like, oh, hey, like, and here's the omelet of the day or whatever. Like, I was just here yesterday. I felt like it was probably going to be the same omelet.
True.
So, okay, I know we're about to talk about MOkAO, but like now I'm really interested in hospitality. And the idea of it made me think about how, so I talk a lot about Asian America, and like the term Asian American didn't actually come around until the 60s as a way to not generalize all Asian people, but to bring together the disparate Asian diasporic communities to be a better like umbrella rallying cry for us to be supportive for the Black Panther Party and civil rights at that time. So it's not about generalization. It's about taking the specific groups and giving us a stronger, like a cohesion.
Strength in numbers.
Yeah, exactly, to work together. And now like I'm thinking about hospitality is like, it's not just, again, one thing, it's a bunch of specific people with specific skill sets and running specific areas coming together to create an experience for people that hopefully you walk away from and feel like that was awesome. When I come back to Indianapolis, like I'm going to make sure I do this, this, and this. How much does that culture of hospitality, how much of that is shaped by the city or the town or the infrastructure itself from like a macro level to the micro level at the business? Like how much is the city's version of what hospitality is? How much does that shape or influence like a business's?
I would say 100%. You mentioned Asian American or African American or Middle Eastern or Jewish or Muslim or whatever. Those categories build the city tremendously in culture-wise, in hospitality. Like when you go to Chicago, New York, there is like Chinatown exists really.
Sure.
Because of hospitality, because the city is welcoming this community. And when you, like, for example, going just to Chinatown, when people move in, they're always looking for their community, for the people, because the language, the culture.
Yeah.
So they build their community and they become like touristic destination. And that's what we are missing here in Indiana. Like we heard, I always say that Hoosier hospitality, but as immigrant, one of them, I never feel it. Because when I was talking French or a little bit English, I just got here.
Yeah.
Can you help me a little bit? Can you meet me halfway? I'm trying to, like, let's say, you need to speak English. Okay. I don't born English speaker. So now I'm practicing. I speak 5 languages already before. I'm going to add this to my plate. I don't mind adding it, but can you meet me halfway? And that's what Ariel...
Speak slower. It's easy.
Right. And I was laughing, not because like I was laughing at the thing. I was laughing because you're like, I already speak 5 languages. I'm like, America fucking sucks. Like, Americans suck.
No.
Like, bro,
but who's curious to know that?
I know.
Yeah, this guy just doesn't speak English.
But we're like so mad at you because you don't speak our one language. Like, I can speak to you in a bunch of other ones. What do you got? And it's like,
I don't want to say. It's just like, all right, I'm gonna tell you my point.
Yeah.
Can you help me out slowly? Then we get along. Like most of my friends now, they are Native American and we talk normal because they have the, again, hospitality is not just food. Like, all right, I'm gonna welcome this guy. I want to listen to what he say. I'm gonna get his point. If I don't get, can you say that again one more time? And also is learning for both of us, because I'm gonna tell you something from back home, and he said, really? I say, yeah. Then you can learn something. Oh, we've been doing this.
I've learned something. I'll tell you that.
We've been doing that for so that's part of the hospitality as well.
I think, I wasn't here with this word when you asked first, but I think it comes down to curiosity.
Okay.
Wanting to know you, wanting to know your experience, what drives you, etc. And that, as much as, having a quick bite at lunch or like being really, really close friends is patience and curiosity really just like, I think it's one of like the noblest virtues.
For sure. Well, because we are so much less curious than we are like entitled to information.
Exactly.
We're not curious about somebody's story. We feel entitled to it.
Yeah.
The technology ruined it.
Or we think we already know.
Or we do the big assumption and we think we just know what it is already.
Now everyone is smart. Everyone knows with chat. What's it called?
ChatGPT.
Yeah, that thing. And any information you need, you can look at it. But you will become more dumbest and dumbest while you're using this technology, because all right, so you don't need your brain, just like get rid of it and put like fun in your head. And
well, I grew up learning about how taking the shortcut was the wrong way to
always
the American dream. Like you don't take shortcuts, to make it. But now it feels like, it's like just shortcut away. Like we're one shortcut away from success.
Yeah.
And then the reality is like maybe 1% of people are, but the other 99% of people are not.
Yeah. And more you do this shortcut, like you will not be happy because you don't feel that it comes from your...
You didn't do it. Right. Because you didn't make it. You didn't create it. You didn't do the work.
You. So someone to run you, someone you run your idea.
Yeah.
Experience being productive, experience overcoming challenges. Like that's really valuable.
100%.
To personhood.
100%. Well, that's what we talk about. We talk about social media a lot now, and it's like social media has not only shortened our attention spans, but it's removed the context because we see only the end result. Even when you're posting like a behind the scenes thing, you're only seeing what we've now compiled together and shown you.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you don't see the other 99,000 hours that have went into putting this product together.
True.
Or all of the work that it takes to get to this point. Like we've removed context. And again, we show a final image, and then that final image is supposed to now be our definition of that person. And it's like, it's like we're stripping the humanity out of it.
100%,
yeah. So you talked about like when you were here, when you first got here, Hoosier hospitality outside of maybe Ariel was not very existent. Which is, I think, it's very interesting because I would say that almost every single person that we've had on the show that's been a transplant here has commented on how hospitable Hoosiers are. And I think it's really interesting because I think all of those folks are transplants from somewhere within the contiguous United States. And that is definitely plays a role in terms of differentiating that kind of migrant experience from an immigrant experience.
It's 100%. I mean, my experience, just whatever I say in this podcast is my experience, is my personal...
100%.
Really, I don't speak up other people, but like there is Ariel, there is Rachel, there is a few friend local chefs or people that they really show that hospitality. They really know, they really cares about it. And there's others that they don't care. So that's good. But also, I start in the last 2 years with what happened with the other business. I start like choosing with who I will hang out, with who I will be, with who I will share my space, ideas. And I minimize my friendship and my circle really smaller.
Yeah.
But I found out that is stronger and is growing
100%.
really fast. And later we can even keep up with answering emails, and thank you for doing that.
Thanks for doing my admin work.
It's the English.
No. She said, make sure when you answer emails, put your name. I say, people, they will really know that it's me. So don't worry. I don't have to put signature.
I said delete my name from the bottom of the email when you're responding.
Yeah. So don't even worry. You will know. Yeah. But I know what I want. I know the message, and this is what I want, and it always works. So I'm gonna keep doing it. I mean,
we talk about a lot about like you might be just because you're part of the same community, just because I'm Asian and I'm part of the Asian community doesn't mean I'm in community with everybody in that community.
oh, 100%.
And it's like you said, once it took me a long time once I started to go on this journey of my own identity to understand like I didn't need to be friends with everybody, and that was not what the job or the requirement was. It was to find the people in these communities that were aligned with me and that the vibes were there with.
Yeah.
And then that's like who you can really build with. And that's when you really see yourself take off, is when you find the people who affirm you.
Oh, yeah. 100%. We have a lot of good people around us to help. And the only thing we are missing so far is just funding.
100%.
All the best talent.
All the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to get to funding. It's going to be great. But the reason I asked about the Hoosier hospitality is or brought it back up is because I think specifically Epicurean, but now MOkAO, like you're still here, even though your experience was not one where you were like, felt welcomed. You're like, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to stay here and I'm established. And you've done that. And now you're creating events that are bringing quote unquote Hoosier hospitality to other people who maybe had a similar experience to you where
100%.
they didn't feel it. So we've talked about Epicurean. If you want to go to online and check us out. You can see all the interviews that we did with the amazing chefs and artists that were part of that event. But we're at MOkAO. So I was wondering if you all could just break that down a little bit. I gave a quick 1-sentence summary of what it was, but tell us what's going on. How did this come about? And give us the details.
I mean, as a chef, pastry chef, I've been to many festivals in Europe and Africa. It's about chocolate and coffee. And also growing up with Morocco or France, we have like coffee shops like from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. So it's something culture. And
that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We got one,
When it's like 4 or 5 and you're like, I could use another.
Oh, yeah.
So it's something culture. Like after work, we always go to coffee right between 5 and 8. And because we are not like bar culture. We are just coffee culture.
We're going straight to the bar.
Yeah.
Here we go, brothers.
Beer.
No, everyone's drunk.
But this coffee, it builds sense of community every day. And that's why we try to highlight here, because I feel like most of our ideas meeting, it happens to coffee shops. Then we meet mutual people through coffee shops, and sometimes we have coffee meeting with someone, and someone walk in and they say, "Oh, do you know Youssef and Ariel? Oh, do you know this person?" Then we connect and I heard about you. Let's have meetings soon. I will have something for you guys. So it happens every week. So
every single time we're out. Yeah.
So we try to highlight the coffee shop really in the right way, but also since I'm pastry chef, I want to bring chocolate related. So we're doing chocolate art and coffee sourcing with this year we're highlighting African coffee bean, chocolate bean, vanilla bean as well. Even the wine, we're doing wine dinner Friday that was sold out right away. And we have like really 6 talented chefs in Indiana doing 6 courses. Each course has to have either chocolate or coffee element in it. And we're doing wine pairing from Africa, South Africa, or Morocco, whatever the sommelier they are sourcing, like Amanda from Sololi, Jared from Vida, and Jane from Bluebeard. And now she's creating her own path. So all of them, they are coming together to support our vision, and they are happy to be part of it. And
that's a hell of a team right there.
Oh, yeah. That's what I said, like me and Ariel.
It's like a dream team.
We create
92 dream team.
Yeah, we create a platform that people trust whatever we do, because hey, this is what we're doing. We are not taking no money from it, no credit. We want to highlight people behind it. We want to highlight the talent. And also we push to show the creativity, because we've been invited to a lot of events in the food scene before, and there is a lot of agenda behind it, politic or not politic. I was in one dinner just because my color to check the box.
Yep.
And I cut that right away. Then I start asking questions. But more you ask questions, you find out answers. So that's why you say, when you fuck around, whatever.
Find out.
You find out?
Yep.
That's exactly how they say
that's
it.
what happened.
You said it exactly right.
Yeah. So I asked so many questions, then I found that the answer is interesting.
They also call it scientific method.
Yep.
Yeah, let's be nice. No. But also working at the place has 3 locations in pastry. I was working in that place then. Like, I guess social media was never reflect the true story behind it. I asked so many questions, then I found out whatever I want to find out. So based on all of that, I come up with these ideas of Epicurean
Yeah.
in MOkAO. Even the bake sale, I reached out to Emily tasting Indianapolis. Hey, this is what I want to do, and she ran it very well, just to bring the community and highlight people behind it.
Yeah.
So that's how we do it, and it doesn't matter who has it created or not. It's just we want to protect the vision, and there is some people they want to involve, and we say no.
If it's not alignment, it's not alignment.
I have a right to say no.
Yeah.
Not just because we have a personal problem. It's just like, no, you are taking this to a different direction that
Exactly.
I wanted to. But also I want to make it different. And I want to make it for people because we created by people.
Sure.
And so far it works. All we need just like more funding to make it bigger because the idea is nonstop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, can we just get this man paid so
Can we get
have...
the man paid? Can we pay this man?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
But also all these events.
For all these ideas, yeah.
All these events, only one thing inspired me to do it is Butter Fair, Barworks. I was there, I think it's their second year. But when I said that, I was like really excited about it to see the amount of artists, people of color, they are fighting for whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
That inspired me that, all right, if this happened now and Indiana need it, I think I'm gonna do something for my own product, my own people. And they inspired me to do it. So shout out to Butterfair as well.
They proved there is an audience.
100%.
Exactly, gang and fair. And I want to do that for my people. And again, if they want to join me, they can join me. If not, it's fine. But I'm going to keep driving with people help support. I think is win for us and is win for Indiana.
Yeah, for sure.
Because when I create Epicurean, I really talk to Morgan Snyder from Indiana. I really want a food writer from, not from Indiana, I want them from different states so they can stop saying, I just moved Midwest, didn't have food scene or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's why I called James Beard. Hey, this is what I want to do. It's about diversity, about immigrant. And the conversation was 5 minutes. Say, we can show up for this. And just to show that Indiana is good for the city, more than good for us. And good for the future immigrant that they are coming to bring something creative to the city. And it will help developing the city more than it is. And so.
You want to keep going?
No. I mean, I'm just answering question with my speech. I mean,
no, I love it and I appreciate it. We've mentioned funding a couple times, which is always necessary to do anything. I know you're like events management person, like that's something that you're really involved in and like to do. And I'm wondering, I don't know if this is going to help people kind of understand why funding is necessary, but if you could kind of break down what it takes to pull something like this together. Epicurean came together, for people that don't know, super fast last year. So when that kind of quick turnaround happens, it can be hard to get funding because it's like, well, we don't really know what's going on. This has had a little bit of like lead time, some build up.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering if you could share like, what does it take to kind of pull a 3-day coffee and chocolate like community highlighting event together, and to do that with no funding?
Right. I mean, so that it's volunteering your time, hundreds of administrative hours. Youssef's doing all of the chocolate art that's going to be on display, all out of pocket. We have several people, boots on the ground, social media, all volunteering their time, which we're so incredibly grateful for. But it's not really our philosophy that we'd ask creatives to work for free. And then, I mean, just equipment, stuff, materials, supplies. Like you can't have bare walls.
Right.
So
and we are lucky.
Tons.
We are lucky.
So much. We
lucky
have
this
great
year. We have
collaborators.
Casey from Polish Market. She's helping in the PR. We have Tomorrow Bookstore Jack. He is helping us connect us with the right people, and it was tremendously good help. We have a friend of us. Her name is Aisha. She's helping us much. She will be the MC for the panel as well. We have the Sushari. They changed their name to
It's True Essence Foods.
True Essence. They donate pounds of chocolate for us to do the art as well in the last minute. So that was really good relief for me, because when I did the budget to just to do the chocolate around $3,000, and that donation.
Oh, it's getting more expensive.
I can only imagine what's happened recently. So I can only imagine it could be getting more expensive.
So that donation helps a lot to create something whatever I want. And I know like Pattern and the studs, they're really good. Help with May Silico is amazingly communications, like how they are in top of whatever we do and following up with us.
Yeah.
Do you need something? Don't forget about this, help with this. Salma, Paulina, like every single person, like even the graphic designer from their intern, I'm surprised. Like the work they create is insane. And we try to give them the credit as much as possible. We have a lot of like TV segment. We try to involve other people to be the face, not just me or Ariel. And just like spread whatever, like you say, when someone opened the door, you keep it open. You can say that.
I told him, when a door opens for us, whether we open it ourselves or someone opens it for us, let's hold it open for someone else.
For sure.
That's just,
And that's how I felt like Epicurean was a huge success. And MOkAO, I believe it will be the same. And we have another event that we will...
We'll keep making events.
Okay. There you go.
Okay.
I like it. I hope that you do.
So we will.
I had to miss Epicurean last year, but like I had a lot of friends go. Mike was there covering some stuff. But the response to Epicurean was, I thought, incredible.
It was.
And to see people get excited about not only Epicurean coming back, but then you spinning out new things from that is awesome, because we don't have enough of like people just providing access and opportunity for businesses and creatives to just take center stage in this way.
Yeah.
We literally, at the beginning of recording this episode, we had a post go live about our community market for the AAPI community coming up in May. That's literally inspired by like the specifically Epicurean, but also the Three Birds small market thing that you did.
Yes.
That was awesome. Like the little fair, I was like, this is like, why can't we just do this all the time? Where we just get five people to get
together.
Like it costs you nothing to come here and just sell your stuff and then just get people there. And it's like for 3 hours, you make it. If not, you don't. And there's a line out the building the entire time.
And people show up for this kind of thing because the people, they love community as long as you are showing them the love back.
Yeah.
People, they support the community. And I love in the last years how people, they are driving and focusing like how to support like small business and keep them money as much as possible in our city, because that's how we grow as a city, as people. But if you go to like this corporate steakhouse or those big businesses or coffee shop like Starbucks, thinking that it's giving your money, and the CEO is in Miami enjoying his time, and Rabel is struggling day by day, for example, to sell.
Exactly.
So why? Even this person is selling good quality coffee and that one is selling you shitty coffee. So So this thing, people, they need to think about them to support those businesses, not till they shut down and people cry about, oh, sorry, you guys closed.
Well, especially from a tourist perspective, I heard you mention this, but I wanted to bring this up. So I'm glad you're talking about it now. But like, why are we, when tourists come in, we're hosting so many large scale events now. Why are they still going to Starbucks and the biggest like restaurants? Why are we not supporting and amplifying some of these really incredible small restaurants that we'll highlight in our magazines, like for at a time. But like when it really comes down to it, and we want to bring and attract people to come here to these events, we're not for some reason partnering and supporting and investing in our small business community, and yet we are telling people that we are the hub for small business in the country.
I mean, we try to push that through Epicurean, and we have a lot of collaboration with some people that we will announce soon, just to tell them our ideas and how we can support that.
Yeah.
But I know like a lot of like in BL Star, whatever they came, they always look for places that really has established platform. They have PR people, they have marketing people, but most of the small business didn't have that. But they want to be part of it. So hopefully Ariel and I will be the liaison between those small business and the big dogs.
Yeah.
Hey, I can provide you the good food, good quality, like just be like between intermediary, like
so like
there is a way to do it.
The continuation of Epicurean is in smaller kind of just celebratory events. We've done one at Tinker Street where we brought together, it was 5 chefs from 5 continents.
Oh, okay.
So fun. Sold out. Everyone was thrilled. The food was amazing. And so we're continuing to highlight international food, chefs who are immigrants, business
chefs.
owners who are immigrants. And that's been really, really fun. And the other side of that is people are approaching us to say, hey, we want more diverse food offerings in this event or at this market, et cetera. So we are consulting to bring more of the just really authentic, awesome business owners and chefs into maybe like opportunities and in front of audiences they might not have already had.
For sure.
Yeah, Andy works where with the last one we did is with the ballet. We have one with Immigration Center. We have something coming up with Rev. And yeah.
I mean, y'all are all over the place, I feel like.
Also,
gotta push it.
For sure.
Yeah, we love it. We donate our time. And as long as someone win after that, one of our immigrant chef, why not? I would be happy for him 100%. And the day I want to open officially brick and mortar, I will have we have really like platform established idea of how we want our business. Even I'm not sure that would be a good idea because dealing with people is kind of...
This is our
community, but
this is our back and forth constantly. It's like, oh my gosh, we want to have a space to welcome people into. And then also being an employer is so incredibly difficult. You want to do the right thing. You want to do it the right way. For me, that's my greatest fear is like,
for sure.
Maintaining consistency for employees. And then also, like, people can be kind of disrespectful to public spaces.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It is really sad. Well, solely just add the hygiene.
I was sitting there last night.
Yeah.
Boarded up doors. Hurts. It hurts.
It does hurt. Not that this is a great segue, but I'm going to use this segue, a negative example of community, to segue into a positive example of community because we have a recurring with the theme of the show this year is community. And we've talked about it a lot. Like I even said in the intro, like the work that y'all do is rooted in community. I think one of the reasons, like, of many that you're not in a brick and mortar yet is because you're supporting other people. You're in other people's spaces and like helping them live and realize their dreams. And I think that's utilizing privilege in a way that a lot of people don't know how to do or understand. Wow. And I think the way you model doing that is incredible, both of you. So I think I'm just really inspired by it.
Thank you.
However, insight.
However, I bring all of this up because, again, we have a recurring segment on the show called Give Them Their Flowers, where we ask our guests to shout out a person or entity or many peoples that they feel like deserve their flowers at this time. So I wanted to ask you both, because you're here as a duo. Youssef, could you give Ariel her flowers? And Ariel, could you give Youssef his flowers?
Aww.
However you want to do it, in whatever order you want to go. And the floor is yours.
Oh, of course you want me to start first.
I don't understand.
He goes, I want to understand.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
What do I think of you?
Yeah, no, it's just say it.
Just say it.
It's fine.
I think I'd like to recognize Youssef for truly setting an example on how you can love your community. You always have the next person in mind to bring along with us or suggest for an opportunity. I think it inspires me constantly. I think way more people should follow suit.
Thank you.
He looks a little shocked. He's like, I didn't know what you were going to say.
Well,
no, I mean,
it's always banter.
Yeah.
Like I'm always yelling at him.
That's my
This is
philosophy.
true.
Like I feel good about reading people mind, not reading people mind, but I like to choose the right people to drive.
I know what you want and what you're thinking.
No, I said, like I become really choosy and I know who's people to get involved. And so we, like Epicurean, it blew up through social media because I told the team, these are the people I want to highlight.
Yeah.
Even when you ask me for the first time, hey, this is the chefs I want to highlight.
Yeah.
And people like I never know that's Samir from Nice Bishra. I know is Tyler is a chef at Tinker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or Ash, or like people they get to ask question like when we did the Jorita's video and I request Gabriel, not Esteban. Esteban said, yeah, let's do it. So we try to highlight people that they're really doing cool things, but they're always behind the scene, but they never, it's not people they don't know. They're just like, they never want to be.
Yeah. Well, they've probably never been asked either.
Yeah.
So.
Or that.
Yeah.
So we push that all the time. Any chance we have in the TV or product, we try to push other people like, hey, can you be part of this? And it works. And yeah, oh, thank you for noticing that.
He just gave himself flowers.
Oh no, he took it a man.
All right, now you got to give Ariel her flowers.
Oh. I wish if I start
Caught him
first.
avoiding it.
I wish I would have started
Yeah,
first.
I wish if I start first. That would make it easy for me. Oh. Ariel will give her Majorelle Jordan, not just flower. Majorelle Jordan is like one is a huge flower shop in Marrakesh.
Uh-huh.
So she's a good friend. I love people respecting the friendship
Yeah.
and the trust. Because people are as my friend, my buddy. But like respecting the friendship is really meaningful because my private life, I keep it separate as much as possible. And to have that with someone work with you every day. And a lot of people are you guys dating? We are not dating, but I don't care what people
Never
say.
have, never will.
Yeah.
This is like my brother.
For sure. For sure.
So to put her in that situation that she would have been asking the same question, that's not that easy.
Yeah.
And also when I moved, so with drama happened, I went to Europe. Then when I get back, she's one of the first people got my back and helped me like figure out a lot of stuff. When I start asking questions, then I found that stuff. She's the first person answered the questions that I need to know.
That's the true beginning of J'adore, was like shaking off the old dust
Sure.
Yeah.
from a previous life. And then
You trust the wrong people.
Yeah.
Now you
Yeah.
trust the right people.
But,
Then
I mean-
how we start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
some documents are hard to read. So
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm here to help.
I mean, and it only takes finding that right connection to then launch into something beautiful. And
Oh, yeah.
y'all, like, just from that one meeting at the restaurant at Tinker Street, and
Yeah.
just like that, look at what has been born out of that.
Oh yeah.
Woo.
And there's more coming. We get mad at each other many times, but
It's always.
That's why you're worthy of not just a flower, a whole shop.
Yes.
That's why you're worthy of
Aw,
it. I mean,
yeah.
because
He
I have
smashed my
ideas.
croissant this morning.
yeah, I have ideas that
He said,
I
that's how you eat it.
Yeah. Exactly.
I love it.
Yeah.
It is like family.
Yes.
Yeah.
And because of that, we create a really good community like you guys. Again, I always bring Macy and Baron, whatever
Yeah.
they done for us is incredible. And like Bluebeard, Amelia's, and like a lot of people, they are really in our side, and we are trying to make it bigger and bigger. And especially like with the next event that I want to do, I want to like more people around it.
Mhm. Those we will continue doing events.
We
events.
will continue doing
So
events.
you will see us here often for sure.
I love it.
We have a lot.
Well, I appreciate you sharing nice words about each other. I
I appreciate that question. That was
100%.
really sweet.
100%. I actually have one more for you on that. You came in, you were talking about Amelia's. You have an Amelia's sweatshirt on.
Yeah.
In every interview that I listened to or read when I was coming into this, I think Amelia's got mentioned. So I just would like to have y'all shout them out. Like, what flowers do you want to
Mhm.
give to the team over there?
Oh yeah,
at
I
Amelia's?
mean, again, Amelia's because it's like Bluebeard's sister, and I want to talk about the owners. Like Charlie is one of the kindest people you can
do you
work
mind
around.
getting right up on that
Yeah.
mic a little bit?
He's one of the
Thank
kindest
you.
people you can be around, and it's inspiring to work with them because working with people like chill and
Yeah.
they understand right away what you want to do or where you want to drive, and they always the yes culture. But also, what inspired me about Amelia's and Charlie, we had interview with the Food and Wine magazine. So I had interview with Food and Wine magazine twice. One is like 3 years ago with another bakery, and it was okay. But this one, it was a really good interview because Charlie say, we don't believe in...
We don't believe in a non-compete. We think if someone is here and that basically that inspires them to move forward with their career and they want to do their own thing, we fully support it.
Yeah,
Like Side Door Bagel came out of Amelia's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he said like there is a room for everyone because the food writer, she asked him like, so what do you think Youssef is doing Jadora? He said, Amelia's, it's not that competition. He said like, no, we support him 100% and there is a room for everyone to grow in the city and this is a place for that.
I've long-term believed in that sentiment. Like Indianapolis is just not big enough to think you have a single competitor. It's not a competition, it's a conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
And that was inspiring. That's why I said like...
That's a good one.
I said like, I wish if I work with those kind of people when I move to Indiana to show me the right direction, whatever I want. Because the amount of idea I have before is just like blocked or take them away to the other businesses. And again, the past is the past and now it's better.
Like that spirit of like, there's room for all of us.
Yeah.
I love what you do. You're making me want to be a better pastry chef. You're making me want to improve my dessert program.
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly what it should be. Like, Youssef's like, hey, look at this other like baker doing this really cool new idea. Have you seen this? We're excited to see that there's a culture here that people want to like show off their talent, show off their culture.
And that's why like I always wanted to like bring all the bakers together. That's why we reach out to Amelia Taste Indianapolis. Hey, I have this. I want you to bring all these bakers together. And in 2 months, you reach out to us. Say, hey, I'm bringing the bakers together for bake sale, and it's good. We see people want it, and the
response was really good. But it's also like you get like 6-8 bakers together, and everybody's talking to each other about how you do that, and wow, that looks amazing, and so cool to see this. And, you know, do you have a pair of gloves I can use?
Right.
Like it's everybody supports each other and is into what like the others are doing. And there's no sense of competition whatsoever.
Yeah, then you can share, try this, let me try this, then.
Yeah. The idea of collaboration over competition is something that I'm trying to like lean into super heavily this year.
1,000%.
And I feel like that is like what these events are about, what the bake sale is about, is just this idea that like we can be in the same industry, but it doesn't mean that we're competing with each other. And I love this model that the owners of Bluebeard have like done to like support new business to spring out, because I'm like, isn't that the point of like a local government or like what you're supposed to do, like the federal government? Like, shouldn't that be a place that fosters like new growth?
I mean,
doesn't that not stimulate your economy, this new business that people are lining up around the block?
An incubator. Yeah.
Right now we talk just about bakers, but again, this is in general for each field, each place. But we're just talking just because I'm pastry chef.
Yeah.
But in Morocco or France, what we have like between bakery and bakery, there is coffee, there is pastry, there is bakery, there is restaurant. If I don't have cream or milk or butter or my delivery was late, I just walk around, go to the kitchen. Hey, can I have 1 kilogram butter, not pound butter? 1 kilogram butter or 1 liter of milk. Tell my delivery.
They'll get that 1 pound of butter.
Then you go back to your shop. Then when you get delivery, you give them that. Then you give them pastry or buffet or something like that. And you guys like next to each other, but you are not competing. And also you are always creative. So that's the kind of philosophy I try to create here, me and Ariel. And most of the pastry bakers, we have good relationship with them, and we are always happy to see them growth.
Yeah.
And we tried.
Yeah. Well, I think when you see that, like for me, it's just like, how could you not see the value if you were to invest in something like this that clearly there's a large demand for, to scale it up a little bit or to help these businesses like. Because I'm assuming some of them had to be like, oh, if we have a store, we can't open the store at this time because we're going to be at the bake sale.
Yeah.
So like an investment into this event allows them to not have to lose out on that revenue, and as well generate more revenue, which gets taxed by you to go back into the state to take care of these programs.
I mean, that's one of Ariel like thought about Epicurean. Like when we invite them to come to the festival, she's we need to make sure that there is no fee, there is no board of health, like, because some of them they make clothes, some of them they don't have like employee there. We need to make sure that they are coming fully, making sure they are making money that they
removing all the obstacles
For sure.
from like, if we want to put people in front of bigger audiences and we want the audiences to see new food, new chefs, new cuisine, new culture, we want that to happen. Why would we apply any obstacles?
Why would we become another barrier?
Yeah, why would we
Yeah.
gatekeep that?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of the spirit of like how we handle our vendors and
For sure.
people collaborating with us. Like, I don't want it to be more difficult for you. You spend more out of pocket just to come to my event? Absolutely not. Like,
Yeah, there is some big event like Jubilation, like Taste of Caramel. It's fine to say names. It's fine, like Swings, whatever. Just you go there and he asks you for thousands of samples, and they say for exposure. Then when you go there, people usually grab by.
they don't look at you.
They don't look at
They
you.
don't look at your face.
They don't say hi.
Yeah.
Where are you guys located? Oh, this tastes good. Where's the location? Do you have business card? There is no way you have this conversation. So what's the point?
Sure.
Exposure. So you are just using chef's name because they are nice people to promote your business or your event or to that's all their reason. But there is some event like that we do it because we love people behind it and the way they care, and especially Ray, we always say yes to it because we always get support from Carol and like highlighting the chefs and try to put them as a star, like the name of the chef, they try to
they make the experience so good for anybody participating.
Sure.
Like
before
same
even
with Corks
bringing
and
the guests.
Forks, Rev. I mean, those are our top 2 favorite events to be at.
Through the emails, you know that people, they want you to be happy.
Yeah, they want you to have a good time too.
Well, they're empowering you to bring what you do to the experience.
Yes,
exactly.
And they
experience.
highlight that, and we always felt happy to do it again and again and again. So so that's why we try to do Epicurean, like any obstacle or anything that you may not help the chefs to come to our event was the point. Yeah.
Anybody needs help with Board of Health permitting, anything. Like,
Sure.
I know how to do all that. I do it hundreds of times a year. Like, sure.
Awesome.
No problem.
And also like the food blogger, like Amanda, she's a really good help at that. She came to the event she did and tasting it. There is some food bloggers, they are helping this community, small business to give them like sources.
Yeah.
And those people, they help us as Epicurean Creative to make that happen. And there's a lot of pieces come together. That's how we make it happen always.
Well, I am here for it. If you can believe it, we've been sitting here for about an hour, I think. And generally, that's when we need to wrap it up. But I appreciate y'all for coming on here and sharing a lot about backstory, a lot about hospitality, which I didn't know we were going to talk about. But I appreciate you educating me. And then about all the stuff that you do. We talked about MOkAO some. That was the reason we were in here. And we talked about it some. But before we get out of here, I know what's happening this weekend. This is dropping on the Tuesday of the week of MOkAO. So give us the logistics. What days? Where is it at? What do people need to know going into the weekend?
You guys all welcome. Saturday and Sunday is free to public. We have bakers. We have coffee shops. Sunday is fun one. It has a branch from some local people. It'll be like party. We have musician. We have panel discussion Saturday afternoon. Ariel, she's working in the program that she will post about it in next 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah, so follow MOkAO, MOkAO_Indy, MOkAO. And all the event programming is up there. You can where to go, who to look for. Some really, really cool like coffee shop and vendor features. Yeah,
and come support your local favorite coffee shops, your lovely baker. Come for brunch, bring your family. And it will be beautiful, hopefully beautiful weather. And
it's looking nice, but
we're in Indiana. Who knows?
But who knows? But we have backup inside.
I look every morning.
Yeah.
You got to go outside. You can say one thing on the radar.
I know.
Yeah. As a raining shade, we have backup plan here inside the Stad Museum. And it'll be a fun event for sure. Something unique, different. And this year we're out in Africa. And hopefully that will be the opening ceremony for next year.
I'm here for it.
Always.
And I'm excited to go, especially because I missed Epicurean, and I know we have events coming up, and more events will be happening.
Yes.
Last but not least, I know that y'all are you put everybody in front of yourselves. You highlight the people that are at your events. You don't necessarily highlight yourselves, but we always ask everybody at the end of the show. Last question for folks out there listening and watching right now. How do they find y'all? How do they support y'all? How do they do that going forward?
Me personally, they will follow J'adore Pastry, not my personal. And
I like that we're like actually saying it out loud now.
yeah. And then you guys will find me at Bluebeard every single day since we run J'adore over there. So when I'm done with Bluebeard, I'm there with J'adore. And trying to do most of our meeting here at the Stade Zora Blue Mine. So you say hi if you see us.
Mm-hmm. Follow us on J'adore for any of the events that we're putting on or participating in or helping promote, organize, consult. And j'adorepastry.com has our upcoming calendar events.
Cool.
Yeah.
I can't thank you enough for making time to sit
thank
down
you
here
for
and do
having
this.
us.
Y'all are very busy, and
cool.
I feel really privileged to not just have this, but a conversation not long ago. I feel like that got me really prepared to sit down for this one.
I feel like we become homies, and you will see us often then.
We're homies now, 100%.
Yeah.
For everybody else, links to J'adore, to MOkAO, to Epicurean, all of that stuff in the show notes. So make sure you check that out. New episodes of this show drop every Tuesday on YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. Go to conversationpiecePod.com for the open door, for the archives, and for merch. And if you're listening to this and you can leave a rating, we would love that as well. But mostly we would love if you could share this with a friend that you think it would resonate with, particularly if they have a tie to Indianapolis. That's about it. We do have never mind. For the show, for us here, that's John Overton and Popular Rapture on the mics, Mike and Mike Lee production on the cameras. Shout out to Pattern and shout out to the Studs for the space. Shout out to Madeline McKinnon and Frida's Flowers for these amazing flowers. Shout out to my man Gary G for this dope art piece. Shout out to my guests, Youssef and Ariel. Shout out to Aisha for sitting in and being an amazing guest spectator, audience.
Live audience today.
Live audience, I'm here for it. And last but not least, shout out to me for hosting the show. I am Patrick Armstrong, and this has been Conversation Piece. We'll see y'all soon. We're good? You all ready? You good? Ready? Good. All right, ready? All right, here we go.